Do you want to earn a lot from Ewhoring? These are the 9 very important tips you need. Tip number 1. Try to write to your potential buyers in a feminine manner. Use text emojis like. Apart from using text-based emojis, you should also make sure that you make your words longer. This is something that feminine girls typically do. Something like. You should also incorporate expressions or words that typically only girls say, for example, oh my goodness or okay. Tip number 2, sell premium subscriptions. This is a subscription that your buyer can undergo where he has to pay a monthly fee to see your new. Basically, you make him pay anywhere from $20 to $40 for the subscription, and he then gains access to your Snapchat private story where you'll be posting daily. Not only does this sell way better than normal selling, it also bonds you to even more because the buyer will have to spend the coming 30 days with you because he feels more obligated to interact with you, since otherwise the money for the subscription would have been for nothing. Just like how a Fortnite Battle Pass works, this makes him more addicted to you. And this allows you to make him into a long-term buyer where you'll have a very high probability to sell even more services to him. 90% of all my premium buyers buy other content too, which just goes to show how good it is to sell subscription-based services. Tip number 3, gather as many payment methods as you can find. Sooner or later, you're going to encounter an individual who wants to pay but lacks the means to do so. You should explore as many payment services as possible. Get a Cash App, get a PayPal, get PaySafe if that's possible for you. You get to know gift cards that you would like and make the buyer buy these gift cards through dundle.com. If you can't get Cash App, I recommend you link up with someone who can so that he can take the payments for you. If you can't get your hands on a verified PayPal, we sell them in our Discord server. Tip number 4. Adapt your texting strategy on type and the amount of traffic that you have. You must think about who are the type of people that you're talking to. For example, if you use dating apps as traffic, then you're going to be interacting with people who are looking for something real. They are mostly looking for a relationship, not a quick session. So therefore, it is important to take it a little slower, and especially if you're innocent. If you're having an insane amount of traffic, for example, because you're running our Discord automatic message script, then in that case, you should go over each potential buyer a lot faster and only talk to the ones who are showing high levels of interest. Don't bother forming a connection too much, and always remember if he's not showing much interest, you have so much traffic that you might as well just leave him alone and go text someone else. So basically, if you're low on traffic, focus more on an emotional bond. If you're high on traffic, you can give them the sales pitch a lot earlier. Tip number 5, work on your setup. I know many of y'all overlook this. Most of you go out there with a shitty Instagram page or a shitty Discord profile and hope to make a quick bag. That's not how it works. Put some effort into your social media accounts and make them realistic and feminine. If you don't do this, you'll first of all be less attractive, but your potential buyers will also have less faith in you, and they'll be asking for more verifications. Go watch my previous videos to learn about Discord or Instagram. I know most ewhores only use hand gestures and paper verifications where the girl holds a picture and you must then Photoshop certain words or letters onto the paper. But if you really want to take your game to the next level, you should be doing voice messages. This way you can fake almost anything. To do this, you should either get a voice changer or you should buy a pack that has voice messages. Then, whenever a buyer asks to prove yourself, you can simply play one of your voice messages that you have on your PC and record that with your phone. This is the easiest and most trustworthy way to manipulate potential buyers into thinking you're real. Tip number 7, invest into a strong pack. Aside from that, having a good pack will also allow you to keep buyers for way longer as you'll be able to deliver way more content. A good pack should also consist of lots of verifications. This will make it a lot easier to trick guys. What you need is a pack with at least 400 pictures with clothes on and with clothes off. You want at least 100 videos of the girl doing all sorts of things. You want videos where the girl uses toys. You want a pack with at least 40 hand gestures. You also want a few pictures of her holding a paper. It should also have lots and lots of 9 verifications, which are videos where the girl says certain names. This way, if your buyer asks, can you prove you're real by saying my name, you'll be able to convince them. I know it can be very difficult to find packs like these. That's why we sell them for a cheap price on our Discord server. Tip number 8, never stop milking. Most of you stop after scamming someone, but most of the time there's still some money to be made. If they've paid for a meetup or for a video call, you can still try and make up an excuse to change the date so that you'll have more time to sell them other things. Try to find any excuse that works in the situation to get more and more money out of them. Sometimes I'm able to milk a buyer 3 or 4 times after he bought. This can lead to you make a couple hundreds when done correctly. Tip number 9, ewhore locally. When ewhoring, you should try and stay inside your country. For example, when doing Snapchat, your quick ads will eventually get filled with similar people that you've previously added. Like if you're constantly adding people from Germany, your quick ads will eventually get filled with German people. You can add people from a specific country by search some names that are typical for that country and add those. On dating sites, you nearly always get matched with people from the same country. So that's a big advantage. You've been given a lot of great sauce, go make your bread.